All right, so one of the changes with Counter-Strike 2 is that smokes are so unique in this game. Now, I've had time to play some official matches, some high-level games, and I've cooked up some very good strategies and tips that I'm going to give you today that are going to help you get the advantage against your opponents in these matches by utilizing the way these smokes work. But first, let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Clash.gg, a Counter-Strike 2 Gambo website that has a massive variety of game modes to play. My favorite is case battles. You can battle with your friends and compete for your dream inventory. They also have so many different deposit methods like Counter-Strike 2 skins and crypto. There are endless features on the site like rakeback, daily cases, and rain every 30 minutes. And the best part is, they even give you a 5% deposit bonus when you use the code CoJo. Using my code would help me out so much and allow me to keep making quality videos. So thank you again to Clash for this opportunity. Make sure you're above the legal age in your country to use this site. Alright guys, so let's talk about the first tip that we can do with these smokes to really outplay our opponents. So one thing you guys may have noticed is you can now blow open smokes in this game, right? So if a smoke is on the ground somewhere, wherever, you can throw a nade inside of it, and it's going to blow it open temporarily, giving you vision onto the, behind whatever's going on. So that means if somebody's trying to defuse the bomb and you have an HE, you can now throw an HE on the smoke and find exactly where they are and kill them, right? No more ninja diffuses if you have an HE. It's very easy, very simple now. But the mechanic we can use, especially early on in the game right now, is when there's a smoke down, guys, think outside the box for a second. If there's a smoke down, I want you to throw an HE in it and actually peek the other side, right? So if these two hallways are smoked off, HE this smoke and peek the right side, because I know what they're going to do. If that is up and they see the smokes just gets HE'd, they are 100% trying to aim on this scope, on this smoke over here. If they're opping here, they're going to be scoped up on you and they're going to try to kill you, and you're going to swing out this other side, and nobody's gonna be looking at you. None of the attention is going to be on the other side, and it is just so useful to be able to do this, right? Say these double doors are open lower, you can sit here and throw a smoke like that, or throw a nade like this. Boom, everyone's gonna look over there, and you have an opportunity to shoot them in the side of the head. So that's the first thing I want you to try to do in your matches, is throw a nade like that and really trick your opponents. Now, next thing I want to show you is a team play that you can do. So let's take outside nuke for example. A lot of teams throw the smoke into big garage here. Now what I want you to do is I want you to have a player inside a garage here, just your teammate playing, and I want you to be out here supporting them. So one thing that you can utilize with this smoke nade blow up, whatever you want to call it, blowing the smoke, is instead of just blowing the smoke and shooting yourself, I want you to have a teammate, or you be the teammate, that flashes with the nade, right? So I'm just going to put the smoke out here so that you guys can see it a little better. But essentially, I want the teammate inside big garage. When that smoke is about to block their vision and do all that stuff, they're going to throw the nade and you're going to flash at the same exact time, right? So I want it to be as soon as that nade pops, the flash is popping, so that from their POV outside, there is a flash coming over that they cannot turn from, and the smoke is being blown open, and all of a sudden they are caught with their pants down. This is how you're going to catch people off, especially on maps like nuke, is not by blowing the smoke open with a nade, but by flashing and blowing it open. You have to combine the two, and it's really going to be a deadly combination that absolutely destroys the other team. And guys, another thing that you can start doing is, a lot of teams have found these smokes that droop down, right? They droop down like this. When you have a scoped weapon especially, you can really shoot through these smokes and see what's going on the other side, right? So if you ever see these and you have an AUG or an SG, man, spam these, right? You can get a great line of sight down to the whatever vision you're trying to open up, whatever information you're trying to gather, and you're going to get so many kills doing this. Recently, I did this in an ECL match on Mirage. They smoked mid window, and I just sat behind the mid window smoke with an AUG, and I just started shooting the edge of it, right? And I just get people running with their knives out. They look like silver elites playing the game, but they're extremely talented players. But you can make such good players look like noobs by doing something like this. They think something's smoked off, and then all of a sudden they're dying because you're shooting through the side of the gap, right? So it's just something very 200 IQ that you can do, and very good. And you could do this too on the edges of smoke too. It doesn't necessarily have to be a big smoke that they throw. If you ever see these outside cross smokes coming in, there's going to be an area where you're going to be able to shoot through, whether it be on this other side here where you can see them crossing, right? If I'm shooting, you can see little gaps forming, and it's going to let you have have a tiny bit of vision on the other side. And it's hard to see because I have draw tracers on, so it's hard to see because of these. But essentially, that's what you need to start doing in these matches. And you're really going to start outplaying your opponents, and you're going to absolutely destroy them. And lastly, just a little bonus tip I want to talk about is defensive smokes. Because these smokes are so massive now, you can throw smokes that are defensive that literally make it so hard for the other team to play, right? So, I mean, let's test it out. I've never even thrown this one, but I'm sure it's going to spread down. But anywhere you can throw a smoke and create chaos, look how massive it is. Like, it's just so hard to work around. So from the T's perspective, if they're trying to come out the site, they're like, bro, what is this? Like, this is just a giant cloud of something, right? And you can do this everywhere, man. Like, if you're a ramp player, you're sitting here, you know, you want to drop down, just drop a smoke right here. Let's see what happens. Boom. Look at that. It's a wall. It's literally a wall of a smoke, man. You can drop that and then play down here. What are they going to do, man? What are they going to do? If they blow it open, you just tuck back here, wait for it to reform, and you sit like this, right? You shoot them as they're coming through. It's so good. This just proves my point, man. Just find these defensive smokes that you can drop because they are massive and they're going to just buy so much time for you. So start thinking outside the box of these smokes. I'm sure there's other tricks that you can do with them that I didn't even mention in this video, but just start playing with it, find out what works for you. And I'm excited to see what you guys cook up. I'm excited to see all the, you know, new things you can do with these. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next. I post every single day. I post lots of good tips and tricks, so make sure you never miss out.